Okay, you guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of go over how to get the best grade possible on the written assessment paragraph that's due at the end of the week. So, right up here, we have the prompt. What conditions and ideas made the Holocaust possible? So all of the work that you guys did this week, the videos, the lecture notes that you read, all should have given you information on how to answer this question. So the first thing I want you to do in the rubric is make sure that you use the information that you learned about in those readings and in those videos. The next thing in the rubric that I'm going to be looking for is a topic sentence, and I'm going to show you guys how to flip the prompt around. The big meat of your paragraph is going to be two pieces of evidence. So you're going to think about two conditions or ideas or events that you learned about in the readings that support your topic sentence. I want you to work on using transition words. And then before you submit it to me, I want you to proofread your writing. Okay, so for your topic sentence, what I want you guys to do is hopefully when you watch the video, you were like, oh my gosh, there were a whole bunch of conditions and events in history and things that like lined up perfectly that allowed Hitler and the Nazi Party to rise power and to allow this like horrible thing to happen. So since we know that there was like many, let's just go ahead and put that in our topic sentence. So if our prompt is, what conditions and ideas made the Holocaust possible? If we want to flip that around, we want to say, there were many conditions and ideas that made the Holocaust possible. Now, so that's a perfect topic sentence. You are welcome to play around with the sentence structure, use different word choice. You could do something like the Holocaust was possible because of many conditions and historical events. It's up to you, but this is a real basic way to do your topic sentence. Okay, so then the next thing that we want to do is make sure that we know what evidence we're going to use. So that goes back to number one. Think about what you learned in the video. What did you understand from the video? So I would, on a separate piece of paper, kind of just brainstorm my ideas for what I'm going to put in my paper. So I'll give you the one that I'm thinking about right off the top of the bat. One of the conditions or one of the historical events that helped lead to Hitler gaining power was Germany's defeat in World War I. And I'm kind of just brainstorming what I know about that. So I know that citizens and soldiers were angry and humiliated. They believed that they lost the war because of their new government and protesters and Jews. So because the citizens in Germany and the soldiers and people in Germany were feeling so defeated and so angry, that allowed Hitler to come in and provide them a scapegoat, a person to blame for what happened. And one of the groups of people that he really blamed was the Jews. So I know I'm going to put this as my first piece of evidence. So if I'm going back to my paper, I want to make sure that I use a transition word. So I would say one of the first conditions, historical events, I'll use conditions. One of the first conditions that helped Hitler gain power was the World War I defeat of Germany. Then what I would do next is you just take a couple lines, maybe one or two sentences, and explain how World War I and Germany losing World War I and what happened, how that let Hitler gain more power. Then the next thing I want you to do is to go back to kind of your thinking pad and think about, all right, so we have Germany's defeat. What would be another condition, event, idea that you learned about in your reading or in the videos that helped Hitler gain power, helped the Nazis gain power, and then led to the Holocaust being able to happen? So after you kind of explain your first reason on how did World War I allow Hitler to gain power, then I would use a transition. Maybe you might want to do something like another event that helped the Nazis gain power was, and then you would write down what that event was, and then you would explain how that event helped Hitler gain power, helped the Nazis gain power, and then really you're done. You want to make sure, like, another one, those are all transition words, so you know that you've got that done. And then the last thing I want you guys to do is just proofread your writing. Think about proper nouns. Those need to be capitalized. Check your spelling. Make sure you indent your paragraph. You know, it's always easier for me to read it when it's double spaced, so you can do that. But really, it's just thinking about two ideas that you can talk about and explain, and how those helped the Holocaust actually being possible. And the way the Holocaust was possible was because Hitler and the Nazi power and the Nazis were able to gain power and control in Germany. So that's how I want you to think about and work through how to do your paragraph. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be available on Wednesday for the Zoom. If you want to email me with any questions, you definitely can. But that's just kind of how I went through and thought about the best way to approach this paragraph. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm seeing you, and I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.